Hello and welcome. My name is Rog Carpenter. I'm the executive producer on Minecraft Console Edition. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to our Minecraft Console Edition panel. Today, we're going to give you some glimpses of some features that are coming very soon to Console Edition. I'm going to introduce you to the team first. By the blaze of red you see around me, you'll notice that 4J Studios are here. And starting at the far end, we have Richard, we have Stuart, we have Michael, we have David, and we have Paddy. OK, let's get on with the show. It is a show, obviously. And we're going to show you a video, a trailer that our friends at Hat Films have put together, which gives you some glimpses of the new Minecraft features, which you'll see within the next few weeks. Over to you, David.
OK.
Thank you. Well, I hope you like what you saw there. I'm going to hand you over to David now, and he's going to talk you through using the Xbox. A bit more of detail around that. Over to you.
OK, hi, everyone. So did you spot all the new features we've got coming? Right, let's go through them in a little bit more detail in-game. Michael, let's have a look around. So we've got endstone bricks. We've got netherwart blocks. We've got the hot new animated magma. What else have we got, Michael? And we've got red nether bricks. So is there anything else to show, Michael? OK, so we've got bone blocks here as well. What do bone blocks normally mean? They mean fossils. So could you show us some fossils, Michael?
It just so happens to be one of the digs that we did over here. A bit closer to that one, hang on. So we got one of the fossils actually around here, which we dug up earlier on.
So fossils come in all shapes and sizes. They're very, very rare, and you've got to dig down to find them. Have we got anything else to show?
To head back over here, just bear with me.
That chest looks a bit frosty, so what's inside there?
Probably one of my new favorite features.
Frostwalker boots. Right, don't cannonball down into this one. I think you need to walk out carefully on the ice.
Not.
So, it's a great new way to travel across water.
It's probably my new favorite way of actually getting across the water. It's much more cooler than being in a boat.
Yeah, let's climb up to see that new igloo that we've got. Let's go inside. So inside the new igloo, we have a nice cozy bed to sleep on, a chest-in table, a crafting table, and a furnace to keep you nice and cozy, and a little bit of redstone torch for ambient lighting. Is there anything else inside igloos, Michael?
On rare occasions, you do manage to find...
We got lucky.
one of the, oops, secret bits.
Let's go down the dark, dark, dark tunnel. Climbing down. So inside igloos, we get laboratories. This doesn't happen all the time. It's quite a rare occurrence. But creepy things go on down here. So we have a villager, ooh, and a zombie, and some signs and what. That looks a bit creepy. Not sure I like it here. Oh, we've got brewing stand and a cactus as well, and a cauldron. Well, I don't know what they do with that cactus. Right, I think it's time to get out of here.
Try and get up. There we go.
So, because we're in a nice snowy tundra, there are also a new mob to play with. Are there any around?
Don't see any around, but luckily became prepared for such an event.
Okay, so we have polar bears, nice and cuddly polar bears. Is there anything more cuddly than a polar bear?
A baby polar bear.
Oh, baby polar bears, everyone likes them.
I do have to say they have the best walk animation. Little baby polar bears.
So, what else can we show? Oh, back across the ice in your Frostwalker boots. Okay, let's go up the staircase. So, we've got the new grass path. Where does that lead to? And we've now got the Savannah Village. And as you can also see, all the churches and the blacksmiths now come with cobblestone no matter what biome that they're in. Anything else? Who likes beetroot? Yeah. There's all the beetroot you can eat here. We've got beets, you can make soup, you can plant it, you can grow it. Great stuff. Very healthy too. So, is that everything then?
I believe there is one more thing, just to give you a hint up there.
What's up there then? Banners. So, banners are a little bit different for crafting in Minecraft on the console edition. So, we'll like to just take you through a little short demonstration of how to do that. Michael?
Cool. Yeah, so banners, cool new feature coming up into this update. So we're just going to take you through how to actually make one. So you will need a lot of sticks, a lot of dye, a lot of wool, and a couple of other things, depending on what kind of banner you want to make, and possibly a few years to create the 809 quadrillion combinations.
Quite a few.
So I think we'll just stick with one for now. So going on to the crafting table, you can see that I've got a new tab on the side, which allows you to actually go to the banner crafting. And there's a few little ones to select here. So we'll pick our base. We'll just go for a green base for now. And then you can select your banner here to be able to then go into another menu where you can add many different types of patterns, again, depending on what kind of crafting material you have. For now, we should just go for a... Oops, I forgot to get the yellow dye out. Oh, that one's better.
Always leaving the dye behind.
Right, so we'll go for the gradient. We'll go for the yellow gradient. That's better. And then we'll just add a creeper face onto this one. And then create. And there you have it. Simple. New banners.
So only another 809 quadrillion minus one to go. Better get crafting, Michael. Rog?
Okie doke. Did you like all of that? Good. So that's not the only thing that's coming. The guys here have been working very hard on a new mashup pack. And it's an extension to our mythology series. So we're proud to present to you the Chinese mythology mashup. Cue trailer. Before I hand you over to the guys who are going to give you a deeper look using the Xbox, I also want to point out that you will have noticed some amazing music in that, and that's created by a guy that's been doing a lot of music for us lately, Gareth Coker. He did all the battle music, all the tumble music, and the Greek mythology music as well, and it's pretty spectacular what's in here. I think Gareth might be in the audience, but I don't know. Is Gareth out there? Hey, there he is. There's Gareth. Thank you, Gareth. It's great. So anyway, I'll hand you over to the team who are going to now show you a live demo of the Chinese mythology pack.
Okay, so we started this pack from the Pocket Edition's Journey to the West pack. Journey to the West is a Chinese mythology that has really sort of grown over the years to become crossing all of Asia, and we just love the way it sort of feels. We expanded that pack by adding 15 more skins. So Michael, you can take you through some of the skins.
We have one of your favorite ones here, the Heavenly King.
So he's got big shoulder pads, so you can tell he's from a big dynasty. We've got the Golden Horn, who's a demon bandit, and his friend, the Silver Horn. We've got the Rhinoceros King. We've got Jade Rabbit as well, with a cute little bunny on her head. And I like this guy, the River Demon. He's a fish warrior. Let's go with him for now. So we're starting outside the city of Xi'an, but let's have a look at some of the mobs in the game.
Yeah.
So for horses, we've got a mixture of normal horses, and we've also got Chinese mythical chillins, which are mythical creature from ancient times. We've got a yak for the cow with a cozy little blanket to keep him warm. Spawn some more, Michael. And the wolf is a chow chow dog. It's just our favorite, nice cuddly dog. Not so sure he'd be a nice cuddly wolf. We've also got roosters for the chickens. That might prove some egg laying difficulties, but we'll see. Are there any more you like, Michael?
I think one of my favorite ones has to be the Creeper. It's a nice jade creeper. Still as dangerous, but looks just as cool.
Is there anything bigger we can show that won't wreck the world?
I'll have to go into the menu for that one. Looking for the Ghast. Yeah, it's one of the bigger ones.
So the Ghast is a giant lantern. He looks fantastic in the underworld. Up here, we just love him too. Try and get round to see his face. Oh, turns on cue. We really like this guy. So, shall we have a look around the level? Michael, do you want to take us through some stuff?
Yes, so this is one of the probably medium-sized builds that we've got. We have some quite large ones going on.
Yep. So this is Chiang, and up here we've got the Heaven's Gate. We've passed through the Heaven's Gate into the sort of epic landscapes that China is famous for. We spent a lot of time just working on the terrain for this. All of this was sort of painted by hand with height maps, and it was just a great experience for us. We really enjoyed it.
We felt it necessary to focus a lot more on the terrain with this one as well, just because it complemented the larger builds and larger structures that we've also got.
So here's some larger builds. We've got Lishan, a giant statue. Let's head up down along the valley and see what else we can find. We just find that this is a really pretty sort of like texture pack to work with. This is the Meijishan grottos. These are all real places you can look up on Google and sort of find. It is honestly one of the most beautiful countries I've ever seen.
And this map does have a mixture of like real-world locations along with more fantastical, mythological kind of ones as well.
What, you mean like, what, dragons?
Quite possibly. We can get up to his face. There he is.
So we don't really want to show you too much because you know us, we like you to explore, find music discs and things like that. So we really want you to sort of enjoy the pack. But we have done some time-lapse videos to let you see how we built some of these things. So I'll play that for you now. Could we switch to video, please?
Thank you. Yeah, as you can see, we're all smiling up here, so we love that. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of that. As I have mentioned, and you've seen the date already, starting from October the 4th, both these lovely little things will be arriving with you. So yeah, hope you do. And there was one thing I need to mention, is that the additional thing for the Chinese mythology mashup is it also includes a battle map as well. In the first trailer you saw there, you would have seen a glimpse of that at the end. So you can battle too. Anyway, so here we are. This is the bit you've probably been waiting for, is to ask us lots of questions. So this is the question and answer session. So yeah, over to you guys. What would you like to know? We'll try our best to answer. Lots of people, right.
Need somebody with the mic. Is there a microphone?
I hope we got someone out there that's going to handle the mics? No? No takers? Okay.
No.
Go on in, David. Yep.
Does that come off?
I assume so. Proper rock and roll.
Okay, I'll come down.
David's going to go into the audience and pick victims. Sorry, people that are going to ask me questions.
I'll use the stairs this time. Last year I tripped up. Okay, this guy.
Oh.
What would you like to ask?
How long did it make you to build every single one of these?
For the Chinese mythology pack.
Yeah.
I'll go and ask Michael. Michael, oh, you've got your own microphone.
Can you repeat that?
How long did it take you to build the Chinese mythology pack with your team?
Well, we was working on it for, around about 3 months?
That's
On and
about
on,
right, yeah. 3 months, and the battle map was...
And we do have a lot of people working on it as well, so it's a mixture of loads of different ones, so...
Yeah. There's too many.
All right, so we all know that the reason that you refuse to add custom skins to the Xbox is for money. So can you do something like where we pay $1 and we can make our own skins on the Xbox?
Rog, over to you for that one.
Wow. I think we get this every year. Yes, we know that everybody wants to make their own skins. And it is something that we would also like to provide. It's just that we're across some very different console platforms. And we don't want to do it just for one. We want to be able to do it for all of them. So when it just takes a little while to work out how we can do that in a way that everybody can share it or be able to do it across all the console platforms. So I'd like to say one day we'll do it. It just takes a while to work out.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to server?
Can you
Like, for
repeat
your
the question?
Percy, for your Percy.
We couldn't hear the question, sorry.
I have two questions. First,
Okay.
I was at the Stampy and iBallistic Squid, and they said something about adding a new update tomorrow. Is it true?
It's not true for the console edition because we've said the date now, October the 4th, from October the 4th. Yeah, it's soon. Yeah.
Okay, this dude.
Will you ever add the Elytra?
Can we run the trailer in the background, please? Quietly.
Rog, you have to do that.
How do I do that, David?
You sent me down here. Video number 4 on my desktop.
And it's running. Just some eye candy while we're talking.
Could you repeat that question, please?
Sorry.
Will you ever add the Elytra?
Rog, will we ever add the Elytra?
Well, that's an interesting question, isn't it?
Very interesting.
I think Paddy wants to answer that one.
Yes.
Is that good?
I think that's good.
Are you ever gonna add a mod?
Are we ever going to add what?
A mod.
A mod. We can't add mods to the console edition, but we can add mini games. So, Rog, if you could tell that one.
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of Minecraft versions, obviously, and currently on console, again, it's similar to the having your own skin thing. We have lots of different console holders that we work with, and we like to treat them all equally. So to produce mods on console, of course, with infinite amount of time and infinite amount of effort, it's going to be possible. It just takes a lot of time and planning and working with all our partners to be able to do something like that. We've got nothing to discuss about that at the moment. We have been producing mini games, as you have seen, to try and deliver an experience, a mod-like experience, to all players. So at the moment, that's the way we're progressing. But it's not to say that we aren't thinking about other things for the future too. Does that help? Where's David? Oh, he's
I'm
over
over
there.
here.
Hello, David.
I have a question. Will there ever end up being dual wielding in a later update? Or shields?
Dual wielding or shields?
Do you want to take that one, Paddy?
Yeah. We are looking at adding that. It's going to take us a while, but it will come at some point.
Okay, next question.
Going off of that question, how are you going to add what button is going to do it so that you can have the double hand?
What will the controller setup be for Paddy?
We've just started experimenting with how we could do that on the controllers, so we don't yet know, but we will soon.
Do I speak now? When will 1.9 be implemented into the console?
Well, either of us can take that one. The update that's about to come to you guys is a hybrid update. It takes bits all the way up to 110, and that's how we have done things in the past as well with the console edition. So a true 1.9, the bits that aren't in this 1.10 update that you would consider 1.9, we are also working on. We can't really give you a timeline to when that will actually arrive. You know, traditionally we usually try and do an update by the end of the year as well. So that's all we can say at the moment.
Okay, last question this side.
What's the block, like the lantern block, it's like a lantern? What's the block that looks like a lantern?
What's the block that looks like a lantern?
The block that looks like a lantern is actually cobweb.
I think David answered that one. You're going over the other side?
I think Toy Cat's got a difficult question for us here.
I was told not to let him speak.
When is bigger multiplayer coming to the consoles?
It's on the big screens for you.
Say it again?
When is the 16-player bigger multiplayer going to be coming to the consoles?
Well, that's a very direct question, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those things we continue to work on. We've been working on it for 6 months or so now, probably, to basically double up everything we're doing and still maintain the performance that we pride ourselves on console. Takes some considerable effort. So we did get quite close recently, and then we decided to refocus on some other bits and pieces. Yeah, all we can say is, as soon as we can, we'll do something.
What about llamas?
What about llamas?
Llamas are technically possible.
Can we show the video on the screen back here, please? On the big screen.
Sure. Okay. What's your favorite part of working with the console? Like the console edition?
Oh, someone over that side. Stuart, go on.
Favorite thing working on the console. It's interesting working on all the different platforms. We're on six different platforms. So there's the sort of subtle differences between each one, and we get to some way do a little bit of our own thing with the mini games, and that's been really fun. So I think particularly with Battle and Tumble recently has been a lot of fun working on.
Will you ever add 1.9 fighting to Xbox and consoles?
I didn't catch the question.
Didn't catch the end part. You heard the
Will you ever add the 1.9 fighting style to consoles?
I think that refers to dual wielding again.
Well, as per earlier,
oh no, she means the fighting style with the slower.
Oh. I don't think we've actually discussed it in great detail at this point.
I think that's quite far away in console at the moment.
Yeah, question, any HDR or graphics stuff with the new PlayStation Pro or S or Scorpio?
There's nothing we can discuss at this stage about that sort of thing. Of course, we would love to do something like that, but nothing we can discuss at this point.
Is there any new console exclusives in this update?
No, there's no console exclusives in this update. Well, apart from the Chinese mythology mashup, per se. Oh, Paddy's got a thought. Hang on. Hold that thought.
I think the one exclusive we have is we've better positioned banners in the item frames.
And there you have it.
So I've always thought it was interesting that everything is the same between Xbox and PC. Can you add like console exclusives to make the game interesting and people would want to buy the game, both every edition? I need to ask that question.
So what you're asking is, will some of the stuff that we do on console come across to Java and PC and vice versa?
No, I'm asking if you can add some console exclusive onlys.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there are various teams that work on Minecraft. We're just the console bit. The other team is busy away working at their own paths and their own thoughts. We do discuss a lot of things between the teams. Yeah, there's not a lot I can say about that at this stage, unfortunately, though.
What kind of mini games do you think you're going to add to Xbox?
I didn't quite get it. Sorry, it's really bad sound up here, so I can't actually hear. Oh, what are the mini games? Well, there's quite a few things that we have been looking at. We're not quite at the position to say which or what might be next. We have said this isn't the end, and more are coming. We're just not quite ready to say which ones might be the next ones. What happens is we tend to look at many things we could do in parallel, and some things turn out to be easier or fit into a particular timescale we're trying to do. So we focus on that, really. And that's where we're at. We've got a few things that we're knocking around. But I think mini games, people have enjoyed playing mini games, so we've noticed that. So there's more coming.
What inspired you guys to do the Chinese mythology?
Michael?
Well, it was mostly with the Pocket edition for the Journey to the West skins, and there was just talks about that through Microsoft and everything. I just thought it'd be a really good idea for another mythology to follow up on the Greek mythology one that we did, and turns out to be a really good one.
I mean, just generally, the mythology idea allows us to provide great adventure zones for everybody to play in. And there's just cool and interesting characters, cool and interesting places. So, just generally, mythology's fun.
It'd be interesting to know as well what other mythology series you'd like to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Minecraft Realms.
So you want to know if Realms is coming to console? Yeah? It's one of those things that we're aware everybody wants, or it seems that everybody would like it. And because it's one of those things, it is it's something we're always looking at. Technically, again, we have the thing that we're across 6 platforms, and we want to deliver an experience at the same time for all platforms, and that just makes it very complicated for console. And that's generally with those sort of big ideas. That's why it seems to take forever, because we have to plan it and think it through and discuss lots of things with lots of cool partners.
Are you going to add end cities?
Paddy. Are we going to add end cities?
That's for Stuart.
Stuart.
Well, we always kind of try and we look at the features that are in the Java version, and we try and add them at some point when we can. So we will definitely be investigating adding in cities. When that's going to come, I can't say at the moment.
I like your costume.
In the Chinese the Chinese mythology trailer, it had the battle mode map. If you make other mythology, well, like one of those packs again, will you make battle mode arenas for the?
Yeah, I think we. It seems that everybody likes playing battle. So while people like playing battle, I think it's something we would enjoy providing places that people can find battle in. So I'm not saying it may not work for every type of mashup we do, and we have to do it where it makes absolute sense. But for something like Chinese mythology, yeah, it made absolute sense to do it.
This guy's arm's getting sore, so I need to stop.
When are shulkers gonna be added?
Ooh.
I didn't hear the question.
When a sulker's going to be added?
Stuart.
Stuart.
They are something that I have looked at, but
I've looked at it as well.
Exactly when they'll be added sometime. They will definitely come, definitely.
Will you ever add servers?
Yeah. This again is one of those things that because we're 6 consoles, we like Realms. Realms is a server solution of types. It's the same problem in inverted commas. We want to offer, if we do something like service, we have to offer it everywhere and across all the platforms. We've got to be fair, and that's the way we always try and do things on console. We know people want it, and we have talked about it and thought about it. We're not ready to say if and maybe or when or anything like that at this stage, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Will you guys ever add command blocks?
Roger?
Is that me? I suppose it might be. So command blocks are serve a different. It's finding for us. I think we've discussed command blocks a lot, and it's finding a solution that makes sense for the console edition. I think is really where we come down on it. We're not. I don't think we've wholeheartedly said we're not going to do command blocks, and we've not said when we do command blocks. It's something that we keep revisiting as something to be implemented. But obviously we're aware it's one of the last features from, I can't remember which version now, but a long time ago, that we haven't implemented. It's also a pretty complex piece of UI to solve with a controller. So that is also something that we have to bear in mind across all the different consoles we have. I didn't really answer that, but, you know, I gave you some reasonings.
Next question here.
How many blocks did it take for the Chinese texture pack?
How many blocks? Michael.
809 quadrillion.
I think he's making
quite
that
a
up.
lot. Like 3 months worth anyway, so.
Will you ever add new ore to Minecraft?
Rog?
I didn't quite get the whole question, David.
Will you ever add new ore to Minecraft?
New ore? Are we talking console exclusive ore, or are we talking ore?
Are we talking about ore in walls? Or ore in boats?
We, you know, generally, all Minecrafts try and keep consistent across what we try and provide to all players. So, you know, future stuff you've already seen in the Java edition or even the Pocket edition, there's a good chance that we'll one day bring across the console. But for us we're not consciously deciding to design our own ores in console edition. Not at this stage, anyway.
Will you ever add ability to chat in console edition?
The ability to chat, as in text chat. We're not planning to do that at this stage, and that's a pretty straight answer. And I'll give you some reasoning behind this. The reason we don't provide that is because we strongly consider the console edition to be a very family-friendly version of the game, and unfortunately, text can go a bit wrong. So we've made a conscious decision not to do that. It's not to say we couldn't revisit that decision, but that's primary reason is we kind of like our family-friendly moniker. Your dad's nodding nicely next to you.
I have ideas for mini games. Ultra hardcore, UHC technically. Two team. Well, there's a lot of people said in the world, and you have a teammate. You're supposed to survive as the border comes in, and if you touch the border, you instantly die. And then Sky Wars. Almost everyone knows Sky Wars.
I think they do.
Did I hear you want Sky Wars?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Duly noted.
Will you ever add the ability so like console players can connect to PC and Pocket Edition players?
So that requires us, as an organization and a bunch of teams, to do lots of work across all the versions. I'll be honest, we would all love that to happen. I mean, to be able to connect the millions and millions of players who play Minecraft and all the different versions together would be stunning. And so, you know, I'm not saying it can never happen. It's just a huge piece of work to be done across a very large Minecraft team. It'd be lovely to do.
About what time will you add Sky Wars?
7:30 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds good. No. Yeah, you know, it's part of the same answer I gave over there. Like, we're working on a few mini-game stroke inspired by mini-games. And we're having a hard think about a lot of how we can implement them, how they work across all the platforms. So it's very difficult for us to say even when the next mini-game will be released. So to be specific about Sky Wars is even less likely to be able to put a date to it.
I have 2 questions.
2? Go on then.
When will there be barriers?
When will there be bears?
Barriers.
Barrier blocks.
Oh, barrier blocks. Stuart?
We might add barrier blocks in the future if there's a big demand for them.
Is there a big demand for them?
Yes.
Okay.
I can look at that then.
So why add Frostwalker and not mending, and when might we see mending in the future?
Mending is also in this update. It just wasn't demoed.
I'll probably get in trouble now for not putting that in a video.
When will you add the Red Dragon?
When will we add the Red Dragon?
From the Chinese mythology.
No, it's a mod thing, isn't it?
Not sure.
Yeah, I think that's the correct answer there. Yeah, blank looks up here.
Can you add more mobs?
More mobs.
More different mobs.
More different mobs. So we are, we can see the future, as in we can see what's has happened in Java and in the Pocket Edition Win 10 version. And so the desire is definitely there to bring mobs you see in those that we haven't got across. When that'll happen, I can't really tell you, but there's always the desire. We're always looking to the future to see what will be coming and what we can implement when.
Is there ever going to be World Edit?
World Edit. I don't think we've ever considered to this stage whether we would do World Edit. Wow. So that's at this moment in time, it's not on our plans to do anything with World Edit.
I don't think the guy's going to get.
Where's David gone?
Well, more players will be able to join the game, like more than 8 players.
Yeah, the 16-player question was answered down here. So we have been working on and are looking at trying to increase the number of players. And so the hope is, yes, one day you'll have more players. But as to when that will actually happen, I can't tell you.
What were your thoughts when you made the maps of like the Greek mythology or the Halloween?
What were our thoughts? Michael, you want to?
That's just a team effort, really. I mean, there's a lot of research that goes into every map that we do, and we tend to build a lot of different structures as well. Some of them don't actually end up in the map, and some do, and it just depends on how the map actually comes together. And again, it just depends on the style of map we actually want to go for. So there's a lot of things that are actually involved in making them.
We make roughly twice as many buildings that we need for the map, just so we can play around and move things in and out to see what works best.
Okay, I have 2 questions. The first question, have you ever thought on making mashup packs featuring other video game franchises?
Yes.
Like Halo and Little Big Planet.
Yeah, I think you mean more than we have at the moment, right?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And my second question, I know this may not be directly related to console, but have you ever thought of making Minecraft for the Nintendo 3DS?
Rog?
We would like, it's pretty apparent we'd like to bring Minecraft to wherever we can. There's nothing we can talk about that particular platform today. I mean, obviously, there are many 3DS people that own 3DSs, so I'm sure they would really like Minecraft on 3DS. But yeah, I mean, it's like any new platform or any other platform. I'm sure people would love to play it on there, and that's all I can say, really.
This question I'm asking pretty much for Toycat, but what are the chances of us getting like llamas just for like a console exclusive, and then they add it on like the PC and the Pocket Edition?
Llamas. Yeah, I mean, we generally don't do anything that's like as a mob or a character that's exclusive to console. Toycat will have to wait, I guess.
I think I speak strongly for the community when I ask this, but are you considering adding like transferable maps?
Transportable maps. So you mean between console versions or between Java and console, or?
Like say your friend has a map.
Yeah.
It's kind of like downloading the map on
Oh,
your own
okay.
hard drive.
Share a map. Yeah. It's probably one high up in the list of popular requests for console. It's across all the versions, it's a complex thing to do. And that's one of the chief reasons that we've not done anything with that to date. Yeah, there's nothing I can talk about on that particular thing at the moment, other than we recognise that people would love to do it. So, sorry.
I have two questions. So one is, will Minecraft be coming to the Nintendo NX?
Wow, that's a direct question. Yeah, we can't discuss anything like that, unfortunately, in this sort of panel. Obviously, Nintendo NX, we hardly know anything about it, just like you guys. So I guess when people start to know what on earth Nintendo NX is, we'll see what happens.
And my second question is, will there ever be like other Nintendo exclusive mashup packs like Zelda or something or like that?
Yeah, we would love to have Zelda, of course. It looks lovely. It would look lovely, but you know, we can't comment on whether our partner Nintendo would even allow that. Obviously, they've been very kind to us and let us work with them on the Super Mario mashup, which we're all extremely pleased with. So, yeah, nothing more to say, really.
Will you ever add a DC Comics skin pack?
Wow. Would you like a DC Comics skin pack, then?
Very much.
Okay. Noted. I mean, the thing with all of these guys is it takes a while. You have to build up a relationship with the licensor and yeah, get into a dialogue with them. And they have to want to do it too. Simple as that, really. 11 minutes. Keep going, David.
When you do... that's weird hearing my voice. When you do eventually add the new 1.9 combat system to a console, will you add a option to turn it on or off because some people don't like it?
Yeah, I guess some of this is why we're taking a bit longer to think about this particular implementation. So, I don't know. We haven't made any decisions about that at this stage.
Will fireworks ever get their own tab, just like banners?
I didn't hear it.
Fireworks, will they ever get their own
Yes.
tab?
One day.
There we go.
When are you well, if you ever, will you ever ask the get the structure blocks into the game?
Stuart? One for Stuart.
There's a possibility. We investigate it. You can't obviously export anything and transfer structures around to other saves, but potentially there could be some use for structures within one save. As with all the sort of features in the Java version, we investigate them, and we try and add them when it becomes feasible, and we solve all the issues. Like banners took us a wee while to make that work, and if we can work out a way to make structure block, then we will add it, but I can't say we definitely will.
Is there gonna be a workshop like you can add different mods with clicking a button into like Minecraft, that console?
Sorry, I couldn't hear the question.
Like the workshop, like the Steam workshop. No? Like the mods and...
It's a mod, it doesn't adding mods thing. Okay, so it's, yeah, I answered a question about mods earlier. Is that what you're after? Or David, you...
Yeah, it's about mods.
Yeah, to almost repeat my answer from before, it's kind of something that, because we're multiple platforms, the problem to solve there with mods is quite complex. So, so for the time being, we are working on minigames as a way of providing mod-like experiences. We understand they're not mods, but they're a way of providing the experience. And we currently are not yeah, there's nothing we can talk about with the future of mods on console at this stage.
Will there ever be 3D skins added to Minecraft PC?
3D skins added to Minecraft PC. So I can't really comment on what's coming on PC. I think they have some of the same artifacts that we have on console already, but I can't comment on that particular implementation at this stage.
Okay, just a couple more questions.
I actually have 4 questions.
4?
No, you can only have one.
One. Wait. Okay. Will the Super Mario and other Nintendo exclusive mashup packs be imported to other consoles?
Nintendo have been very kind and a great partner to work with, allowing us to do Super Mario mashup on the Wii U edition. And it's really up to them to whether they ever wanted it to appear on other consoles. So it's not something I can comment on. It's totally up to them, really.
Will there ever be any exclusive biomes or structures or other things like that?
In console? Probably not. We're trying to be one Minecraft. So although, as I said, we try and see into the future and see what Java and Pocket Edition have, that's building our own exclusive content is not something we're currently focused on.
So what do you think the next boss will be?
What will the next boss be?
No. Yeah, that one's really for Mr. Jens. He's the guy that works on the future mobs and creatures and bosses for Minecraft. So it's up to him, really. So I think that's it.
Sorry,
we answered quite a lot of questions. I'm sorry. But hopefully there's been some useful stuff in there, and I hope you like what we've been showing you today. And from October the 4th, some more interesting stuff's coming your way. Thank you very much. And thank you for playing Minecraft on console. It's much appreciated.